These two teams have been playing for more than a century in the heartland of America, and today we're going to settle another chapter in this age-old rivalry where there's a brass bull awaiting the victor. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. The Badgers will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Iowa's offense will get the first swing of the game. Last time these two teams met, not much doubt as Wisconsin jumped around and jumped all over them, blowing out Iowa.
They destroyed them. You're right. It was over before the jump around even needed to be played and the tradition needed to be unleashed. They knew the game was in hand. Wisconsin took control. Jesse, Iowa better feel some kind of way about that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It was embarrassing for them. I remember on social media seeing all the Iowa Hawkeyes players in the NFL wearing Wisconsin jerseys from their Badger teammates in those locker rooms. It was not a fun day for Hawkeye fans. Hasn't been a fun year, and they've got to flip the script.
They'll send the back in motion. He'll start this drive firing. Here's a heat. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Got his man on the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Tight end now in motion. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That
he'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. The Hawkeyes will punt it away on 4th down. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So Wisconsin's offense will have its first possession of the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. They're going to ride this running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Makes the grab. big window, and that throw was money, and they've got it at the 30. And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Under fire. He'll try to do it himself. At the 20, he's got space. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Badgers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got it and still on his feet. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Badgers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
It took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Some of the oldest rivalries in the sport come from the Midwest, and the Big Ten, and Wisconsin and Iowa have been going at it since 1896, guys.
Yeah, and for years and years and years, regardless of whether you're a fan of Big Ten football or you're not, or these two schools, if you like hard-nosed physical football, 3-yard in a cloud of dust, good defense, this is your game. And for over 100 years now, fans have been tuning into that.
Well, and I think the competitive nature of this game, too, like the series is almost tied. It's almost identical records, so it just shows you it's going to be a great game, similar styles, and then bragging rights at the end.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got the back over the middle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball. Close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Quickly out to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. The give to the single back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He's got it on the run. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Looking to throw for it. Got his man. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Third down, the focus of the defense has to shift. It has to change. We have to understand now exactly where the sticks are. We can't give up those plays for them to get beyond the sticks and get those first downs.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They send the tight end in motion. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Looking for the tie with the extra point. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Off-play action on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Makes the catch. At the 45 on its way. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the red zone, looking for a man. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wants to throw again. They'll run the screen. Next going for the goal line. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. It's nice to get a quarterback an easy completion like that, but it's nicer if they can go forward. And they did not that time, Jesse.
They did not. No, the defense was just better at the point of attack. Look at all these defenders shedding blocks and then getting hats to the football. That's impressive.
Pressure coming. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the right. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Badgers have it in scoring position on first and goal. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Badgers! And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
He'll return it. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier.
Turning it on! He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll take it on the return. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And, Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And off from the shotgun. Oh, he's got a chance. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Wants to go up top on first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Wisconsin. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance.
I'll tell you what, as a DB, you're lucky if you get 1 pick 6 in your entire football life. This guy had one last game. He's got one this game. Quarterbacks are going to stop throwing his way.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. Picked off. What a play by this defense. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Badgers. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Touchdown, Wisconsin! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Let's go. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Grab near the marker is McCaffrey. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
It'll be 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Flips it out on the screen. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Going right to work up top. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He'll throw it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Looking to throw on 1st down. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first.
Touchdown, Hawkeye! How about this back? On track and getting it in on the option.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally scored. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Zings it complete to the right. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He'll pull it down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Lining up to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the Badgers will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
With the score, Wisconsin 49, Iowa 14.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Look out, he's got room! Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Right back to it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got the first down and more. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Badgers look to keep this drive humming. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll move the wide receiver. Now on the move. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out more.
Breaks into the open. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Badgers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll leave it with him. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And you know what? The best third down offense is don't get the third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Badgers line it up with a 1st and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Makes the grab. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers. On Wisconsin is pushed out to a big lead as they take command against the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, and Wisconsin, obviously, they can feel the bull heading their way, right? Like starting to take the lead late in the game. This is what they want to do anyways. They want to play bully ball. They want to go get that trophy, Palmer, and finish this with Wisconsin style.
Yeah, David, you're right. Back in Madtown, there's someone right now in the trophy case kind of making some room. They're kind of clearing some space for the big 70-plus pound Heartland trophy. You can feel it all going Wisconsin's way here in the second half.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster.
There he goes. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. It's reversed. Outstanding work by this defense, reading their keys, staying at home, and knocking him down for a loss.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th, but they can't move the chains. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39.
1st and 10.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Right back to the well. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. So the final period starts with a second down play. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give to the back. Powers through the defender. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Badgers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Leaves it with the back. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run it from the gun. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
To the air, it's Blair. To the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds his tight end. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Hawkeyes have this offense rolling. Got his man. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Hawkeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. It's complete to the right. Turning it on. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. And the Hawkeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Tight end finds a soft spot. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield, it's Morris. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the 1st down.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Looking for a man, it's Blair. Trying to barrel in. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. And they're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know, the next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can do.
Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Iowa has extended its lead as they try to take hold of the Heartland Trophy.
Iowa taking over now in the 2nd half of this game. Offense and on defense, they are imposing their will, David. They want this Heartland Trophy back.
They want to go get it. They want some bragging rights. Both these programs, obviously close to each other, familiar with each other, kind of have the same DNA, but only one team gets bragging rights.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. The Hawkeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. It's complete on the right side. Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the 1st down.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw, it's Blair. Working that left side now. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. And the Hawkeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And after the short run, the clock hits 0, and we are all wrapped up here. It is Wisconsin who will head home with the big brass bowl known as the Heartland Trophy after beating Iowa. That's